exec, el Vélez, el fenómeno que todos quieren ser, el chamaquito que no pueden entender.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to episode 128 of the Exec Talk podcast. I am your host, El Velez. Welcome. I know I have been away, okay? I know that I didn't give you guys an episode on Tuesday or yesterday. I was tired from work. So a lot of stuff hadn't happened in the sports world, so I decided to do it today. So you guys get it tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, when all the sports are about to kick off for the weekend, including preseason games. We got preseason football to talk about. We have USA basketball reaching the semifinals versus Serbia and looking pretty good against Brazil. We're going to talk about Noah Lyles in the 100 meters. We're going to talk about Gabby Thomas in the 200. We're going to talk about Hall in the 400, how they won. Katie Ledecky. We'll talk about Simone. And then we're going to talk about training camp stories. We have injuries. We have Brendan Aiyuk. Is he going to get traded? There's rumors, possibly a deal. Teams bowing out, teams staying in. Free agents, particular free agents, the big names that are still out there, especially on the secondary where they're, training at and working out at. And yeah, it's no racing still, I believe. Actually, let me check that there's no Formula One, because if there is, I'm definitely going to talk about that, because that would be the second half of Formula One, and a lot of stuff can get shaken up. So let me look that up real quick. Yeah, we still have until August 23rd for the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort. So yeah, no racing this week, but we do have sports starting to pick back up and exciting stuff to happen. So the first thing we're going to get to is Noah Lyles in the 100 meters. Listen, let me combine this. Let me combine this into all three of them. All three of them performed absolutely incredibly. Noah Lyles getting a bad start against Thompson, the Jamaican. He got a bad start. He was like sixth at the 30-meter mark. And you thought that, he's going to run out of gas. He's not as fast as he think. And this man runs Thompson down. I'm talking about not like that. Like this. Runs him down and wins by a chest hair. And I'm not kidding. 0.005 of a second. That is 5 thousandths of a second. That is NHRA drag racing type of margins, what we're talking about here. And it was literally his chest. He leaned out. All of our sprinters, you're taught to lean out when running full speed and running through the tape. He leaned out, and because he leaned out his chest before his foot, he won. And they didn't know they won. They were looking up at the monitor waiting for confirmation of who won, because even the announcers and the TV people thought that Thompson had won because it was that close. And the photo finish, you can't even tell who won. It's incredible, but Noah Lyles did what he was supposed to do. He won at the World Championships. He said he was going to win the gold medal in the 100. He was going to be the fastest man in the world, and he backed it up. We got third with Kenny Bernard, which is pretty good. So, gold and bronze. Gabby Thomas, I was at work when this race happened, but she won the 200, and I'm glad that she won the 200. Now, Noah Lyles is supposed to be the better at the 200 than the 100, but he lost his, he got second in his heat today, so I don't know if he did that in the 100 and he still won, but, supposed to be the 200 is the better event for him because he's a closer, and he builds up speed after the 100, so we'll see. He is on to the semifinals, which I believe is tomorrow, or were today in the finals tomorrow. One of those two. Ledecky wins the 1,500 by like 17 seconds. Then Ledecky wins the 800 over Titmus by breaks the world record. We win the woman relay. We lose for the first time in the medley. 15 straight golds. And we lose to Australia. To Australia, was it? It was either to Australia or to China. We lost the 400-meter medley. It was, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that we lost that race after 15 times straight golds. Well, since the inception of the event. Ledecky became the first woman ever to 9 golds, joining the elite club of Carl Lewis. Of course, Michael, he has 23 golds. And I forgot the last guy that has 9 golds. Caleb Dressel, I think, joined the party with that. Simone couldn't sweep the medals, but she got the all-around. She got the team all-around gold. She got the vault gold. She fell on the beam, didn't medal. And then she got silver in the floor because Andrade killed it on the floor and beat her by 0.033 tenths of a point. So, all in all, has been really good. Our biker, Faulkner, what an attack with 3 kilometers to go. And to get the road cycling, we hadn't won one of those, I think, since the 50s. A medal in that event, or even or a gold. We are leading in the medal count. China is behind us by 1, but they are running out of, I believe they're running out of sports to really catch us up in, although diving is happening, and we all know how good the Chinese are in diving. So that could be a challenge. Sha'Carri got silver. Listen, she had a bad start too, but this girl from St. Lucia just took off. From start to finish, took off. Nobody was going to catch her. And so shout out to Sha'Carri for silver, but you were supposed to get gold. And somebody from St. Lucia beat you for the first medal ever in that country's history, and it's a gold at the expense of the United States. So you tried. You got to come back in LA and, really, really try to put gold back on the map. It was Allison Felix, the last American, I believe, to win the 100 meters. So, as a woman, yeah, it's time to put up or shut up in the LA games. So silver's good, It's not gold, which is what we expected from you because you won the world championships. But with everything you've been through, silver is pretty good. Let's talk about the USA team, basketball. Listen, we have had a different leading scorer every single game. KD, LeBron, and yesterday versus Brazil, 2 days ago versus Brazil was Booker. I like how we're playing. There is some lulls. Mostly in like the second quarters, in the middle of the game, there's some lulls defensively. We're not hitting shots. When we're not hitting shots, sometimes we don't get back. They start playing real basketball, and people hit shots sometimes. We go against Serbia tomorrow. Serbia beat Greece. They were losing by 24, and Jokic brought them back 21, 14, and 9. We have to worry about Serbia because of 2 things. Not just Jokic can dominate the game and he's the best player in the world, but they have enough shooting that could definitely pose a threat to us. They're the second leading scoring team in the Olympics. They're the second best in field goal percentage, right behind us. So it's going to be USA, Serbia, France versus Germany in the semifinals. I think Germany has a better team than France. Star power-wise, France does have Wemby. But I think that with Franz Wagner, both Wagners, Schroeder, Theis, the whole team is pretty well put together and has been playing for a while. And they're the defending world champions. So, I expect it to be USA, Germany in the final, and I expect us to win, obviously. We should blow out every team. It is possible. I've seen it. If we hit shots, Curry has not hit any shots this whole Olympic run. It's been KD, and is really taking the leading scorer role seriously. He's at 17 points a game. LeBron's, I believe, at 16. Or KD's at 16 and LeBron at 15. Like, they're really close. We have, 7 guys averaging 7 points or more. So we're really balanced. We're really deep. But we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow's like, semifinal to go to a gold medal game. This is what Serbia, this is going to be their gold medal match. If they win this, then, I think Jokic would be very, very excited to go against Germany or France to try to go for a gold medal. But I think that we're going to stifle them. We're going to make shots. We're going to play defense. And even though since Jokic has been on the floor, it's been even, I think that our shooting will pick up. I look for Steph Curry to finally catch a rhythm tomorrow. I just can't see him shooting this bad for the rest of the last two games. I think that he's gonna get hot one of these games for sure. Or Ant. Ant could take it upon his shoulders to dominate when the time comes. Somebody that hasn't done much is Tyrese. Tyrese hasn't played much. He plays more in the fourth quarter. He plays, late third. Tatum has been starting, but he hasn't done much either. AD's playing great. Bam is playing absolutely amazing. Drew's still hurt with an ankle, but and then LeBron's being LeBron. So I think we should win, personally. I think Wemby doesn't have enough to beat that Germany squad just based on team overall size. I'm not talking about the size of him and Rudy Gobert. I'm talking about overall size. When you look across the board of Germany, I mean, the shortest guy is Dennis Schroeder, and I believe he's like 6'4", 6'5". Everybody else 6'7" and above. The Wagner brothers are both 6'9", 6'10". Theis is 6'11", 7 feet. So I think that overall, Germany has a better squad for the final. Next, we're going to talk about some training camp injuries and buzz. First, to start off with the biggest cookie in the room, Brandon Aiyuk. Steelers, Patriots, Browns that came down today from the top. Started a little bit yesterday, but that came down today that officially Browns, Steelers, and Patriots were the first at the door to try to get a trade and a contract and a signing. Some sources have that the Patriots bowed out after offering him $32 million. Listen, I know that you want to get paid, but I think it's a good idea not to go to the Patriots right now. Even if you would be the unquestioned number one, to go over there with an unproven quarterback, because you're going to be either getting thrown at by Jacoby Brissett or you're getting, Drake May. I think that was a good move. I don't want the Steelers to get him. It seems like that's where he's going. He said no to the Browns as well. If the Steelers get him, I don't like it because I like the player. I don't like the team. That's just me being honest. And also it poses a threat to everybody else in that division. They won 10 games last year with no offense. With George Pickens, maybe he's down there somewhere play. With Dan Quinn, maybe they don't throw their number one receivers, but maybe they have a legit offense. If I were him, I would stay in 49ers. I know that getting $14 million a year when you just had a career year and a Pro Bowler and 1,300 yards, I get it. But what happens if for $14 million a year, you go out and win a Super Bowl? That lives on forever. That will get you money when you're 45 years old and can't play football no more. Brandon Aiyuk, Super Bowl champion, starting wide receiver for the 49ers. If you're going to go somewhere that you have a chance. For example, I'd be the type of guy, if I'm Brandon Aiyuk, I'm looking maybe trying to go to a big quarterback team. And when I mean that is, let's look at the Chargers, for example. Now, I don't think the money is there, but the Chargers would be an interesting one because they don't have a number one, full number one receiver. And adding a guy like Aiyuk to a Jim Harbaugh offense, I think, would be incredible. That's one spot. You could look at the Broncos. They certainly have the money, but they also are paying like $80-something million to Russ, and he's not on the team no more. So, but that would be a good matchup there. Tampa Bay, him and Mike Evans with Chris Godwin. That would be a nice triple threat. I'm not going to say the Texans. I'm not going to say the Colts. They have their established lineups. Titans do too. You could look at the Bills with Keon Coleman. You bring in a Brandon Aiyuk. That would be very beneficial for Josh Allen and a nightmare for anybody else. Other than that, if you wanted to take a risk, you would go to the Jets. You and Garrett Wilson would be a hell of a combination. But ultimately, if he does end at the Steelers, it's still Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. So we shall see. CeeDee Lamb. All right, guys, let's get crack into business. CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. Two different types of players, but the same caliber. To me, Jamar Chase is better. That's just my opinion. You guys can throw stones all you want. I've seen them both play since they were in college. One at Oklahoma, one at LSU. If you guys don't think I know my shit. I like Jamar Chase better. He's a more physical, more dominant receiver. He can win from anywhere, but if you put him on the outside, he can cook, especially if he's one-on-one. CeeDee's a yak guy. I get it. Deebo Samuel type. Target monster. Something happened in the playoffs. They didn't throw him the ball. That doesn't happen with Jamar. You saw what he did with the Bengals when they went to the Super Bowl. That doesn't happen with Jamar. But the problem is, I'm not really worried about Jamar Chase getting paid because they have to pay him. And Jamar Chase is not complaining. Like, he left it to the offseason. Both parties said, we'll leave it to the offseason. I believe he's practicing right now. CeeDee is holding out. Also, if I'm Jerry Jones, not even if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm calling myself stupid right now. But if I'm advising Jerry Jones, if I am Stephen Jones, his son, I would have said, "Hey, Dad, we should have paid CeeDee before Justin Jefferson got paid. Before Justin Jefferson got paid. Before Amon-Ra or A.J. Brown got paid, because then you could have set your market. Now you can't set your market. You waited, and now your ceiling's at $35 million, and guess what CeeDee's going to ask because he's a number one receiver and led the league in targets last year? $35 million a year, if not more. You still got to pay Dak. You didn't do it before the Trevor Lawrence deal. He's at $55 million. That's bad. You didn't do it before the Joe Burrow deal. Now, so I think the Dallas Cowboys this year are going to face some struggles. And with that, let's move on to some injuries. Josh Downs, another great young receiver, kid out of North Carolina. He's with the Colts. He had a high ankle sprain today at practice. It was seen in an air cast. Everything came back negative, but it's a high ankle sprain. He'll be out for a month. They're going to work him back, I'm guessing, but they still have Alec Pierce. You still have Michael Freeman, Mo Alley Cox. You have a lot to play with, and you have JT and Anthony Richardson with would say good offensive line. Okay, with that, let's go to one thing about the Olympics that I forgot. Scotty Scheffler was 4 strokes back, starting hole 8 or 9 on the back 9 on Sunday, behind John Rahm. John Rahm had basically sealed the gold medal up. John Rahm proceeds to bogey like the 3 of the next 5 holes, and then Scotty birdies 6 of the last 9 to shoot a course record 62 to win the gold medal and basically cement himself as one of the best golfers, as the best golfer in the world and a true number 1. I saw the round. Absolutely incredible. Getting chased down by Justin Rose, trying to keep up with him. He made a birdie at the 17th. He parred the 18th and went into the clubhouse with a 1-stroke lead. And he held it. Justin Rose couldn't get close. Schauffele kind of fell out of it. Rahm fell out of it. And Matsuyama got bronze. Hell of a golf tournament. Ups and downs galore. Wasn't that hard of a course. He finished at 19 under for the weekend, so it wasn't that hard of a course. But it was a beautiful course, beautiful setting, and Scotty Scheffler delivered. Two-time Masters champion, and he delivered. He's on a great run. Okay, let's talk about preseason. Okay? Let's talk about preseason. We are here. Now, what do I want to watch in preseason? Well, first of all, I want to see who's playing. Josh, what do you mean? Velez, what do you mean who's playing? Yeah, I want to see who is actually playing. Who is getting legit snaps that you can see if... Listen, this is for preseason for you guys that play fantasy, and I do. Preseason is a chance to see those guys that are... Their ADP, their average drafting position, is high, but they're rookies. Or they're young, unproven. Or maybe they just have 1 year under them. Or they just made the leap last year and you're hoping to see more of the same. Guys like Puka Nacua, even though he's hurt right now. Guys like Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., how is Jaden Daniels going to look? Caleb Williams, Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields. Daniel Jones. That's with it. What is Drake May going to look like? You know he's going to get snaps. What is Michael Penix going to look like? That's what I like about the preseason. So preseason week 1, we start tomorrow. Panthers, Patriots. I want to see Bryce Young. I want to see Xavier Legette. You know, those are the two main. Jonathan Brooks is not going to play till like week 3 or 4, so we're not going to see him. But I want to see, for the Panthers, we're probably going to see Andy Dalton. We should see Bryce Young. We're probably going to see Jack Plummer and Jake Luton. But I want to see Xavier Legette. I want to see what Terrence Marshall is doing, if he's going to become anything. I want to see Deontay Johnson with this offense. I know we're not going to see it all. Jalen Coker, I know we're not going to see it all. We're only going to see like 2 or 3 series, but I just want to see how they look. Can they catch a ball? Are they in the moment? Can they make a big play? Can they score a touchdown? All that gives you information as a drafter to keep in the back of your head for sleepers in the draft. So that's for the Panthers. I also want to see what Dave Canales is doing with that offense. Actually, is it Dave Canales? I'm tripping right now. Yeah, I want to see what Dave Canales is doing with that offense. He's an offensive mind, so I expect some offense from Bryce Young, a better processing, better decision-making. Having a guy like Xavier Legette, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen on the same field should give him confidence to throw the ball. So that's what I want to see over there. Patriots, I need to see Drake May. I need to see Drake May. I need to see Joe Milton. Ramondre, Javon Baker, Kendrick Bourne, Kayshon Boutte, is he going to do anything? Demario Douglas is going to, Jalen Hurd. You know, you have Jalen Polk, I want to see what he's doing. That's going to be their number one, in my opinion. If Tyquan Thornton going to do anything, you know, that's what I want to see from the Patriots. Not much else. I know that their defense is going to be good. I don't need to see their defense, but I need to see that offense with Drake May. Can he pass? Can he complete passes? Stuff like that. Panthers, Patriots. Also at 7, Lions, Giants. For the Lions, I just want to see consistency. That's it. It's a little bit of Jared Goff. We're going to see Hendon Hooker because he's back from the ACL from last year. Jahmyr Gibbs, see a little something from him. We're probably going to see Sione Vaki a little bit. Caden Davis. Khalif Frame. There's not much to see. I want to see Jameson Williams catch a touchdown. That would be very, very encouraging for this upcoming season after being hurt the last few years. Let's see, Jack Kaminsky. DJ Reader. But yeah, mostly Malcolm Rodriguez coming back. But none of that really matters. What matters to me is the rookies. That's what matters to me. Let me see Hendon Hooker. Maybe he's the quarterback of the future. But other than that, I think that, the Lions don't have to worry about anything. They just have to worry on execution. For the Giants, I need to see Malik Neighbors. Point blank period. I need to see Malik Neighbors. I need to see Bryce Huff. Okay? I need to see Bryce Huff. Not Bryce Huff. Kayvon. We're probably going to see Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito. Miles Boykin. Jalen Hyatt. I want to see if there's a step up there. Malik Neighbors. Wan'Dale Robinson. I want to see if he's fully healthy. Need to see Theo Johnson, the running back, the tight end out of Penn State, the rookie. Need to see him. And then on defense, I want to see Dexter. We already know about. I want to see Brian Burns. Need to see a Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns rush and see how that looks like. They're not going against the crazy guys, but just to see what that looks like, because that's going to be something really big for their future, is those two individuals. So that's Lions-Giants. I expect the Lions to win that. On Saturday, we have the Giants again. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was looking at the Giants schedule, period. On Friday, we have Texans Steelers. We're probably going to see a little bit of CJ. Maybe a little. But for them, if they don't play Stephon Diggs, they don't play Tank Dell, and we're not really looking at anything there. For the Steelers, I'm hearing Russell Wilson will not play in this preseason game because of the ankle, although he has been cleared fully today. He said he wants to play in the preseason. Who knows if he will play this game? I want to see Justin Fields. I need to see what is George Pickens bringing. Quez Watkins is there. Roman Wilson, if he's healthy, the ankle, I think he might be healthy, but we'll see. I would love to see him. And on the defensive side, I know that they have a little bit, we're going to see Troy Fautanu, of course. Larry Unanjobi, if he's healthy. Patrick Queen in the green, in the black and gold. Of course, TJ. We have Peyton Wilson to watch out for as a linebacker. So there's people to watch out for on the Steelers. Okay, and if Brandon Aiyuk gets traded, that's even more. But I don't think he'll play even if he gets traded. Falcons Dolphins on Friday as well. For the Falcons, very simple. I need to see Kirk. I need to see Kyle Pitts. I want to see Drake London. I want to see Bijan, Michael Penix Jr., Jace McLennan. because he'll play for sure. The running back out of Alabama. Darnell Mooney, need to see him. Rondell Moore got hurt today, so he's out. I believe he has a fractured leg, if I'm not mistaken, actually. Let me see. I'll tell you guys right now. Smith was carted off the field. Practice due a non-contact knee injury. Yeah, so he's questionable, but it's possible that he might have just torn his ACL or something in the knee. Kyle Pitts we need to see. And on defense, on defense, not much. Not much on defense is what we're gonna see. Yeah, we're not seeing much on defense. All right, not much. So that's for the Falcons. For the Dolphins, listen, honestly, I just want to see Tua moving. Okay, I want to see Tua moving. I want to see Devon Achane be healthy. OBJ, I need to see him running well. Braxton Berrios. Eric Ezukama, hopefully he's healthy and ready to go this year. Tyreek, I probably won't see. Jaden Waddle's going to be fine. Other than that, we have Jonnu Smith. I would like to see him a little bit. And then on the defensive side, we're probably not going to see Calais Campbell. But I know we're not going to see Bradley Chubb. Emmanuel Ogbah, we're probably not going to see him. Jalen Phillips, we're not going to see him. I want to see Chop. I want to see Chop Robinson. See how he's doing, developing moves off the edge. He could use the athletic ability, but start to build the repertoire. That'd be nice. Jalen Ramsey, I don't think we'll. Cam Smith, see if he can get back on track after the injury. I don't think we'll see Javon Holland. Maybe a little bit. And then Jordan Poyer, want to see how his legs are doing in his age 32 season, I believe. After that, we have Friday. We have Eagles-Ravens. For the Eagles, I want to see a little bit of Jalen Hurts. I want to see a little bit of Saquon. I don't need to see the receivers. I already know what Anaya Smith would be nice to see, though, the guy from the kid from Texas A&M, and see if John Ross has anything left. But Anaya Smith is somebody I've been excited about for like 2 years. Johnny Wilson would be nice to get a look at. And then I want to see Bryce Huff and Brandon Graham off the edge. I want to see Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis on the field at the same time. And I also want to see Nolan Smith to see what he brings off the edge, and Jalix Hunt as well, the linebacker. Jeremiah Trotter, I want to see how he is. Devin White, him with Jeremiah Trotter possibly. Cooper DeJean, I don't know if we're going to get him. He might be fully healthy, so we might get a little bit of Cooper DeJean. Hopefully they put him on kickoff and we can see him on that. That'd be nice. Kaylee Ringo, I want to see how he develops. Sidney Brown, so the Eagles got some pieces I want to see. For the Ravens, it's pretty simple. See a little bit of Derrick Henry. I want to see, how Zay Flowers is going to develop into the number one. I want to see Devontae Walker. Isaiah Washington, Mark Andrews coming back. Isaiah Likely, I want to see how he's doing this year. And then on defense, Matabike is going to be fine. I want to see Broderick Washington. David Ojabo, I believe he's back from the Achilles, or was it a knee? I think it was an Achilles. I think he's back. I want to see him because he's going to be one of their big pieces if he pops. Remember, he was a first-round pick. Got Roquan Smith. You got Cal Van Noy because Patrick Queen left. Still have Marlon Humphrey, Arthur Millette, Trayvon Mullen, Nate Wiggins, number one corner. I want to see him. I want to see how he's developing in his rookie year. And Kyle Hamilton, you don't have to worry about. He's a beast. Saturday, August 10th, Commanders, Jets, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is what I want to see. Jaden Daniels to Luke McCaffrey. Jaden Daniels to Jahan Dotson. You know, Jaden Daniels is what I want to see. I don't got to worry about no Terry McLaurin. I want to see Luke McCaffrey, Jahan Dotson. That's what, De'Ami Brown. Like, I need to see who is helping him besides F1, Scary Terry. Zach Ertz. He's the new, I want to see a little bit of connection there. On defense, I want to see Dante Fowler, even though he's already 30 years old. I want to see Jerzon Newton. That's going to be their guy in the inside to take over, and possibly the outside to take over for Montez Sweat. So, you know, I want to see what he has been doing in the off season, the training camp, to become that guy, because he has a lot of potential. Okay, Frankie Louvu as their starting linebacker. I'm excited for that. I need to see a little bit more of that. Emmanuel Forbes, how he's going to get good in year 2. Mike Sanders, still the rookie from Michigan. I need to see how he is developing. I believe he'll be their starting, either, you know, whether it's safety, whether nickel, even corner. I believe that he'll be there for sure. So that's 4, but Jaden Daniels is what we're waiting for right now, for sure. You know, but I think that's pretty good. So, and then the Jets. For the Jets, we need to see Rodgers. I don't care if he doesn't want to play preseason. You need to. You need to play one drive, one play to see something. But we're probably not going to see Rodgers. We might. Israel Abanikanda, I want to see how he's doing. Breece Hall, I want to see a little bit of him. I want to see Malachi Corley, that rookie. I want to see him. I think he's going to be a good player. Alan Lazard, I want to see if he's going to be better. Mike Williams is hurt. Garrett Wilson, I don't have to worry about. On defense, we have no Hassan Reddick till now. Okay? We don't have Hassan Reddick. He's not going to, I don't think he'll start. I don't even think he'll be with the team. We have Javon Kinlaw coming from the San Francisco. Quentin Williams, I don't have to worry about. I want to see Jermaine Johnson, see what step-ups he's doing. Quincy Williams, don't have to worry about. Sauce is going to be great. Don't have to worry about him. I want to see Al Blades Jr. I want to see a little bit of him. And that's it for that game. Bears, Bills. Bills. For the Bears, we all want to see Caleb. We all want to see Rome. I mean, let's just stop right there. We want to see Caleb. We want to see Rome. Maybe a little bit of DJ, a little bit of Keenan, but we want to see Caleb. We want to see Rome for sure. Maybe a little bit of Tyler Scott from what he showed last week. A little bit of Gerald Everett. On defense, I want to see, of course, Montez, see a little bit of him. I already kind of know what he's going to give me just to make sure that it's not a fluke from last year. Noah Sewell, see how he's doing in year 2. Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, don't have to worry about him. Tyreek Stevenson, see how he does in year 2. Jaquan Brisker, how he's doing after the injury. You have Kevin Byard. So you have a lot of people to, and then Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband, on the back end. For the Bills, honestly, Keon Coleman. And Frank Gore Jr. Keon Coleman, Frank Gore Jr., maybe KJ Hamler, see if he has anything. Curtis Samuel. I want to see if Khalil Shakir still has everything he needs. You have MVS there, Dalton Kincaid. Don't have to worry about them. On defense, I want to see AJ Epinesa after the injury. I want to see this man. I think Vaughn. I want to see Vaughn just a tiny bit. I don't think we'll see him at all, though. I don't think we'll see him. Kyer, Daquan, Teron Johnson, DeMar Hamlin. See if he can play a full, a bunch of snaps. That'd be nice to see. So that's it for the Bills. Raiders, Vikings. This is simple. I want to see everything. For the Raiders, I need to see Michael Mayer. I need to see Brock Bowers. I need to see Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. Alexander Madison, Zamir White. Devontae, I don't have to worry about him. I know what he's going to give me. I need to see a little bit of Jalen Guyton. Kobe Myers just a little bit. Brock Bowers. I need to see Brock Bowers. You have you have Georgia, Ohio State, and Notre Dame as your tight ends. You got Brock Bowers, Georgia, Harrison Bryant, Ohio State, and Michael Mayer, Notre Dame. I need to see all three of them. All three of them. On defense, don't need to worry about Max. I want to see if Kuntz is going to be as good this year as he was last year as a revelation. Tyree Wilson, I need to see if he gets better in year 2. Better at all. For Christian Wilkins, Byron Young would be nice to see. Diablo would be nice to see. Robert Spillane. Isaiah Polamau. Trayvon Morig. Those would be nice guys to carry. Who was that? I believe it's LT's nephew. Let me see if I was right. Yeah, DeCamerion Richardson, 23. I think that's him from TCU. I think probably not though, because he has 3 names. For the Vikings, another very simple one. I need to see JJ McCarthy off top. Need to see Sam Darnold. Possibly some Jaron Hall. Need to see Aaron Jones. Jordan Addison, need to see a little bit of you. JJ, I know what you're gonna give me. Jalen Naylor, I want to see more of you. TJ Hawkinson, don't gotta worry about you. Other than that, on the other side, Robert Tonyan, I want to see a little bit. I want to see a little bit on the defense of Taki Taimani. I want to see Jonathan Greenard coming from the 49ers. Dallas Turner. JJ McCarthy, Dallas Turner. That's what I need to see. Andrew Booth Jr., if he gets better. Byron Murphy, I don't have to worry about him. I know what Byron's going to give me. Bobby McCain. Harrison Smith, if he's still Harrison Smith. But yeah, definitely Dallas Turner and JJ McCarthy is what I want to see from the Vikings. Packers Browns, we obviously want to see if Jordan Love is for real again. But I personally want to see Josh Jacobs. I want to see Romeo Doubs, Malik Heath, Bo Melton, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, I need to see. Dontavian Wicks. Luke Musgrave. That's what I want to see. On defense, we want to see Kingsley Enagbare. We want to see him. Rashawn Gary, we know he was going to give us. Preston Smith, we know he was going to give us. Lucas Van Ness, I need to see him a little bit more. Devontae Wyatt, I need to see if he's going to get better. Edrin Cooper, the rookie linebacker, I need to see how they're going to use him and his speed. I need to see Quay Walker. Jair's, I know what he's going to give me. Javon Bullard. That's mostly Xavier McKinney too. He's new there. So that's what I want to see from the Packers. From the Browns, I need to see Deshaun Watson starting off. I need to see DTR. Nick Chubb, I don't think we'll get him yet. I need to see David Bell. I know what Amari's going to give me. Darden, Judy, Elijah Moore. Njoku, I know what you're going to give me. On defense, I already know what Miles going to give me. I need to see Sam Kamara. Darius Smith, I know what he's going to give me. Don't have to worry about him. I need to see Siaki Ika. I need to see a little bit more Devin Bush. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, don't have to worry about him. Justin Hardy Sr., Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, Deontay Bell. I need to see a little bit more Grant Delpit, see if he got better. Ronnie Hickman. Juan Thornhill if he's fully healthy. Buccaneers Bengals for the Bucks. I need to see for the Bucks. I want to see. I'll tell you guys right now, looking for this roster just in case. A little bit of Baker, Kyle Trask, Bucky Irving. Need to see him. Need to see Bucky Irving. Don't need to see Chris Godwin. Don't need to see Mike Evans. Chris Godwin just to see if he's like back to his normal self. Jalen McMillan. Need to see him. The wide receiver out of Washington. I believe he's going to be a big part. Kate Otten, I don't have to worry about him. I know what he's going to give me. And then on defense, I need to see Kalijah Cansey. Need to see how he's doing. Vita Vea, I know what he's going to give me. Don't have to worry about him. Levante, Kalen DeLoach, the linebacker. I want to see him. And then Marquise Watts. I want to see him. And that's about it. Tyke Smith would be the last guy I want to see from the Bucks. From the Bengals, we're probably not going to see Joe. Maybe we do, but I want to see Joe. Jake Browning a little bit. Sorry. Jermaine Burton, I need to see him. If they're going to use Hakeem Butler, I need to see him. A little bit of T. Higgins. Kwame Lassiter, need to see him. Kendrick Pryor. Need to see Mike Gesicki a little bit. Then on defense, I need to see Trey and Sam. I think that they're fine. I need to see Miles Murphy. Need to see Miles Murphy. Need to see him dominate how he's supposed to. Who else? Dax Hill coming back from injury. I need to see him. He has to be on time and again. DJ Turner from Michigan. Need to see him. He has to be good. And then Geno Stone is their new addition back there. So, that's for the Bengals. Chiefs Jaguars on Saturday. For the Chiefs, Xavier Worthy. I mean, what are we even talking about? We're probably going to see Mahomes a little bit, but I want to see Xavier Worthy. We're probably going to see Wentz. Probably going to see Ian Book. But I need to see Marquise Brown. I need to see Sky Moore if he's going to do anything. I need to see Rashee Rice, Justin Ross if he's going to do anything. But I need to see Xavier Worthy. That's what we need to see. And a little bit of Irv Smith Jr. As a tight end. On the defensive side, I don't have to worry about Chris Jones. I want to see Charles Omenihu coming back from the injury. Nick Bolton. Leo Chenal in his second year. I need to see him. Miles Battle. Trent McDuffie, if he's going to be the same dude. Joshua Williams, Deion Bush. Brian Cook coming back from the injury. Need to see him. But that's it for the Chiefs. Not really much. For the Jaguars, I need to see Brian Thomas Jr. That's what I want to see. I need to see Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas Jr. Need to see Mac Jones a little bit. See if Tank Bigsby's going to be better. Travis Etienne, if he's back to his usual self. Need to see Gabe Davis. Devin Duvernay. Need to see him. Need to see Christian Kirk. Denzel Mims, if he's going to do anything. Brian Thomas Jr., like I said. See a little bit of Parker Washington. Need to see Evan Ingram. On defense, Eric Armstead. Need to see a little bit of him. Miles Cole. Josh Allen, I don't have to worry about what he's going to give me. Jeremiah Ledbetter. Mason Smith. Need to see the rookie from Michigan. Need to see Devin Lloyd get better. Chad Muma, want to see what he's doing. Tanner Muse, need to see how he's going to do. Don't have to worry about Aloy Kuhn. Ronald Darby, see how he fits. Adrian Amos. Andrew Wingard, the Viking. So that's for the 49ers Titans. For the 49ers, I want to see one dude, and probably we're not going to see him. I wanted to see Isaac Garenda was one, but he's hurt. And then I also wanted to see I want to see a little bit of Ronnie Bell. I want to see Ricky Pearsall, but I don't know if he's going to play. That's the one I was talking about, Ricky Pearsall. But I don't know if he's going to play. Other than that, everybody else is pretty much there. Nick Bosa, I know what he's going to give me. They have Leonard Floyd, Drake Jackson after the injury. We have no Greenlaw. He's hurt. Remember, he jumped up, he destroyed his Achilles in the Super Bowl. Fred Warner, don't have to worry about. I want to see Renardo Green, the rookie out of FSU at corner. Rock Yassin. Talanoa Ufanga coming back from injury. And Malik Mustafa, the rookie safety. I need to see him. For the Titans, First guy I want to see is Calvin Ridley. Will Levis, Calvin Ridley, a little bit of Malik Willis if he's learned how to throw. Hassan Haskins to see if he's gotten better now that Derrick Henry's gone. Him and Tony Pollard are probably gonna carry the rock. Tajay Spears, of course. We need to see Treylon Burks, see if he's gotten any better from the 2 concussions. Calvin, Okonkwo, now being with them. That's their leading scorer, but I don't think that's going to be their leading receiver. I think it's going to be Calvin Ridley, with probably Treylon Burks or Tyler Boyd behind them. I need to see Tyler Boyd too. On defense, I want to see Travondre Sweat. He needs to dominate in the middle. If this team is going to do it with Jeffrey Simmons, Tavondre Sweat has to win up the middle. I need to see that. The linebacker, Jalen Harrell. Awuzie at corner. L'Jarius Sneed. Awuzie and L'Jarius Sneed. I need to see that. Quandre Diggs. So that's for the Titans. And finally, actually, no, holy shit. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 games left. Seahawks, Chargers. I want to see Jackson Smith and Jigba. I want to see DK. I need to see Sam Howell. I know I'm going to see Geno Smith, but I need to see Sam Howell. I want to see Kenny McIntosh at running back. I know what Kevin Walker is going to give me. I need to see Jake Bobo. I want to see Laviska Shenault, JSN. On defense, I would want to see Byron Murphy. Need to see that kid. Need to see that kid dominating. Need to see that kid really making a push in the middle and on the side. He can play him anywhere. Boye Mafe, I want to see him in year 2 or 3. See if he's gotten any better. And Kobe Bryant on the outside. Need to see him. DJ James. Devin Witherspoon just to keep, and Reek Woolen just to keep Rayshawn Jenkins, just to Julian Love with the new contract, just to see them keep developing in that back end. Chargers. First guy I want to see, Quentin Johnston. Can you catch? Because you're probably going to be their number 1. So I want to see Max Duggan. I know we're going to see a little bit of Justin Herbert. I want to see J.K. Dobbins, how he's doing off of that leg again. A little bit of Isaiah Spiller. Cornelius Johnson, I need to see if he wants to step up and be the number 1. Brendan Rice, I need to see him, see how he's developing. Hayden Hurst. On defense, I want to see Joey. I know what he's going to give me, but coming off another injury, I want to see how he's doing. Bud Dupree, same thing. Junior Colson. Jeremiah John Baptiste, I want to see him. I know what Khalil Mack is going to give me. Don't have to worry about him. Tuli Tuilupu. Need to see him. And I know what Derwin James is going to give me. Don't got to worry about that. So that's for the Chargers and Seahawks. Saints, Cardinals. For the Saints, just wanted to see the whole roster. I need to see Derek Carr. Need to see Spencer Rattler. Need to see Kamara. Need to see Kendre Miller after the injury. Need to see Marquez Callaway. Is he going to step up? Samson Nakua, Puka's brother. A.T. Perry, Rashid Shaheed, Equanimeous St. Brown, Cedric Wilson. You know, that's what we're looking for. I'm not looking. Chris Olave, we know what Chris Olave is. We don't got to worry about him. Even though for some reason, there he is. Okay. Don't have to worry about Chris Olave. Jawan Johnson, we don't have to worry about. I want to see a little bit of Fausto Moreau, see how he's doing. On defense, I need to see Isaiah Foskey. Cameron Jordan, I know what he's going to do. Passing Young, need to see if he's going to be better. Chase Young, need to see you dominating. Brian Brzee, need to see you dominating. Okay? Demario Davis, I know what he's going to give me. Willie Gay, I know what he's going to give me as a linebacker. Need to see Pete Warner a little bit more. Marshawn, I know what he's going to give me. I need to see Kool-Aid McKinstry locking down. Tyrann Mathieu, I don't got to worry about him. That's for the Saints. The Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. That's it. Trey Benson for sure. Need to see him in running back. Michael Carter. Marvin Harrison Jr. Need to see a little bit of Zay Jones. Zach Pascal, a little bit of him. Michael Wilson. Trey McBride, want to see more of him. On defense, Miles Murphy, need to see more of him. Need to see a lot more of him. Zaven Collins is going to be better. BJ Ojulari, want to see that rookie. I think he's going to be really good. Sean Murphy Bunting, he's going to play good. Buda Baker's going to play good. Darian Taylor Demerson, the safety. Need to see him. That's for Saints and Cardinals. Broncos, Colts, Bo Nix, guys. Bo Nix. That's it. Bo Nix. Jared Stidham. Need to see Audric Estime. Want to see Javonte Williams. Troy Franklin, need to see him. Need to see more out of Lil Jordan Humphrey. Brandon Johnson, healthy again. Marvin Mims, need to see more of him. Tim Patrick back healthy again. Cortland Sutton. Devon Villay. Greg Dulcich, need to see more of him. On defense, need to see on defense. Nick Benito, got to get better. Want to see Jonathan Cooper if he gets better. Alex Singleton. Jaquan McMillan at corner. Pastor 10 PS2, I know what he's going to give me. Don't got to worry about him. Yeah. As for the Broncos, for the Colts, we know what we want to see from him. Braden Fisk. We want to see Braden Fisk. We need to see Sam Ehlinger. We're going to see a little bit of Joe Flacco. I need to see AR. I want to see AR. Evan Hull. Trace. Jonathan Taylor. I know he's going to get. Josh Downs is probably hurt. He's not playing. I want to see Adonai Mitchell. Need to see A.D. Mitchell. Need to see Alec Pierce. Michael Pittman, I know what he's going to give me. I need to see a little bit more Morali Cox. Jelani Woods. Then on the defensive side, need to see Latu. Need to see him dominate. Kwity Paye. getting better. Raekwon Davis. Zaire, I don't have to worry about him. What he's going to give me. EJ Speed, don't have to worry about him. Jalen Jones, the CB, need to see him. Amir Speed. Nick Cross. Marcel Dabo. That's what I want to see for the Colts. And last but not least, Cowboys-Rams. Cowboys-Rams. What do we want to see from the Cowboys, guys? Trey Lance? Rico Dowdle? Zeke? Maybe? Deuce Vaughn? At receiver, don't got to see Cooks. We know what he's going to do. Corey Crooms, maybe. David Durden. CD, we don't have to worry about. Jalen Tolbert, see if he does better this year. Jake Ferguson, we don't have to worry about. Luke Shoemaker, I want to see a little bit of him. On defense, don't have to worry about DeMarcus Lawrence. Sam Williams just tore his ACL. He's out. Odigazua. Mozzie Smith, want to see him. Micah, don't have to worry about him. Nick Vigil, Josh Butler. Trayvon Diggs, don't have to worry about him. Don't have to worry about Bland. Yeah, that's about it for the Cowboys. For the Rams, I need to see Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, I believe. I need to see some Stetson Bennett. A little bit of Matthew Stafford. Don't need a lot. I know what he's going to give me. Kyron Williams, I know what he's going to give me. Cooper Kupp, I know what he's going to give me. Puka's hurt, so I'm not expecting anything from him. Jordan Whittington, I want to see him. Tyler Higbee, Colby Parkinson. On defense, need to see Braden Fisk. And then need to see Jared Verse. Need to see him. Need to see Brian Young doing better. Kobe Bryant. Trey Tomlinson. Need to see him doing better. Tre'Davious White coming back from the injury. John Johnson. Yeah. And that's it for the preseason. Exciting. Preseason one, just week one, just trying to see how certain rookies are going to do. That's all I want to see. What certain rookies are going to do. But yeah. And then lastly, let's go to the MLB, right? MLB. First of all, let's go to standings. The Yankees are 1 game above the Baltimore Orioles for the top of the AL East. Boston's 6 games back, but we'll get to the wild card in a minute. Cleveland's 3.5 games back of Minnesota and 4.5 games back of KC. In the AL Central. In the West, Seattle is 6.5. No games up on Houston. They're tied. Seattle's 1, Houston's 2. Guessing on tiebreaker. And then Texas is 5.5 games back. Okay. Philly in the National League East is 6.5 games up on Atlanta, and I don't think they're getting caught, even though they went through a little slide. This is where it gets crazy once we get to the wild card, though, in the National League. Milwaukee 6 games up on Seattle, 7 games up on Pittsburgh. I don't think Milwaukee will lose that lead. And then the Dodgers are 3.5 games up on Arizona, 4 games up on the Padres, and they went through a little lull, and Arizona has been going off. They're 8-2 in their last 10, won 4 in a row, and the Padres are in a heater as well, 8-2, 3 in a row. Okay? That's in the standings. If we go to the wild card, it gets crazy. Okay? Baltimore is 4.5 games up with the first spot in the wild card. Then you have the Twins. Then you have KC. Boston's half a game out. Houston's 3.5 games out. Tampa Bay's 4.5 games out. I don't think Detroit can get up there, but to Tampa Bay, it's doable. And in the National League, Arizona's 1.5 games up the number one spot in the wild card. Padres is 1 game up on the last spot, and Atlanta is right there. And then the Mets are the first team out at 1.5 games back. St. Louis is at 3 games back. Pittsburgh's at 4 games back. San Francisco's at 4.5, and the Cubs are at 5.5. So is Cincinnati 5.5. That's about it. I think it's going to be Arizona is going to get in there. I think the Padres get in there because they've been playing way too well. Good pitching, good hitting. It's going to be between Atlanta, the Mets, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Cubs, and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's on a heater. 5-5 in the last 10, 1-2 in a row. The Cubs don't have enough hitting. San Francisco has enough hitting, but not enough. I don't believe they have enough pitching. Pittsburgh has enough pitching, but not enough hitting. St. Louis is in the middle. The Mets have hit a lot, but have 0 pitching. And Atlanta has a little bit of pitching, and the hitting is starting to pick back up. So I think it's going to be those 3, Arizona, San Diego, and I'm going to put a wild card instead of Atlanta because they're not playing the hottest. I think I'm going to go out on a long shot. Either say Pittsburgh gets in or the Cardinals get in. A miracle from the Reds or the Giants, or St. Louis just sneaks in. Atlanta is the better team. They should win, but their hitting has not been the hitting that we expect. In the American League, I expect Baltimore to be there because I expect the Yankees to win the division. Minnesota's going to be there because they have too good of pitching and they have enough hitting. And then it's between KC, Boston, Houston, Tampa Bay. My personal is KC. Okay? But I think Houston is going to sneak in because Houston's too good. So I think Houston's going to sneak in or not sneak in. Right now, they're in the wild card, but they're tied with Seattle. So I think they're going to win the division and Seattle sneaks in. Baltimore, Seattle, KC, I believe is what the playoff picture will be. If we're talking about the MVP, it's Aaron Judge in the AL against Bobby Witt and Juan Soto. If you want to look at the best hitter in the league, period, National League or American League, it's Aaron Judge, bar none. He's on pace for almost 60 home runs, over 300 batting average, slugging over 1,100, OPS like crazy. He's doing legendary shit. Bobby Witt is hitting almost damn near 350. 2030 season in the works right now. Leading the league in batting average. Probably the best shortstop, if not top 3 shortstop in the game. Second most exciting player to watch behind Ellie De La Cruz. Move on to the other side. Ohtani is running away with it. Ketel Marte is right behind him in WAR, in wins above replacement, 5.9 to 5.8. And then Ellie De La Cruz is just having a crazy season. It's probably going to be 30-70, 30-80 possibly. And he's starting to get a groove now and play like consistently. So my vote would go Judge, Ohtani. If you want to ding Ohtani for not being a position player, in that case, it would be Ketel, Lindor, because if you look at his numbers, he's doing really well, but he's kind of slowed down a little bit. Or Ellie De La Cruz. At this moment, Bryce can get back into that conversation, so can Gunnar Henderson, but they have to absolutely rake for the last quarter of the season. Cy Young is between Chris Sale and Dylan Cease in the National League. In the American League, it's between Corbin Burns and Tarek Skubal and Paul Skeens. I don't know if Paul Skeens qualifies, but to me, the way he's been playing, he's definitely pitching like a Cy Young winner. He might not get to the games or the innings. They might shut him down, but right now he is pitching the best in the league. Shout out to Blake Snell on a no-hitter. Second against the Reds last week. Incredible that Blake Snell's doing this after a Cy Young season, came back after injury, and is now dominating. That's why the Giants are doing well. So shout out to another no-hitter. And Corey Seager broke up a no-hitter with 2 outs in the 9th inning yesterday to Framber Valdez. I felt bad for him. Almost a year to the day that he threw his first one. Was 1 out away. Walked Josh Smith, and the next pitch down the center. And Corey Seager did not miss it and sent it 410 feet into the stratosphere to break up the no-hitter. But Framber's been pitching well. But yeah, we're getting into the nitty-gritty now. Now we're getting into preseason. Now we're getting into, we're getting into the nitty-gritty of baseball, like what really setting up what the playoff landscape is going to look like in about 2 months. So I'm really excited. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hit me in the comments. Hit me in my Instagram and everywhere. Links are in the description. I love you guys, and I leave you with the outro.
Chamaquito que no pueden entender.